Hey there, everyone. It's a little bit of a weird angle down here, but I thought, as something different to do, I would show you a little behind the scenes of the start of how I draw Tanner and Casey. Tanner and Casey, this is really awkward. Tanner and Casey is a weekly uh, comic that appears in newspapers every Tuesday and on the web. And what I do is, usually it's 3 panels, this is just 1 panel. And usually what I do is I draw it traditionally with pencil, and then I scan it in and I ink it in the computer, and that's where I letter it, and I color it, and I format it for papers and the web. And then you read it, and hopefully you laugh and you have a great time, and all your worries go out the window, because right now we got a lot of worries. So one of the good things about comics is it's a very easy way to forget about the world for a second and just delve into a different world that doesn't have any worries and have a laugh. So very quickly, I thought we would go behind the scenes, have a little chit chat. I don't have anything else to do tonight other than wait for my food to burn in the oven. So, and I figured this is just a 1 panel, which is very simple and very quick to draw. So I figured that would be good for a little video. How are you all? Healthy? Safe? Hopefully? I don't know. This isn't live. This isn't pre-recorded. Don't know why I bother asking. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see, but you might be able to see how here there is a little bit of a faint outline. That's because I made the mistake of putting the words in first, which you never do. If you do a comic strip, you do artwork, then you put your letters in, and then the word balloon. Don't put the word balloon in before the letters, because if you do, if you do that, well, you might run out of space, and then it looks very bad. So here, I'll try and keep my hands out of the way of the camera. So I want to do a little gag about social distancing, which is very important, and I hope you're all doing that, because here, I'm in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, and not just in the city, but in the whole province, we are corona-free. There's no new cases, and all of our cases have recovered. So it's wonderful news, and one of the ways that we've been able to do that, I'm just putting a little background line here for where my characters are going to be situated. And how we did that, and how we should continue to do that, is social distancing. You can still go out and hang out with people, you know, if it's just a couple of you, but you gotta social distance. And the rule is 6 feet. And I'm going to do a little gag, not to make light on the virus itself, but just the situation. Because if we can't laugh at it, then we're going to lose our sanity. Take it seriously, but enjoy a laugh now and then. That's how life should be anyway. So I'm going to have the characters outside, because if you're social distancing, if you're around people, hopefully you're outside. I'm going to have Casey here, and Bud here. Bud, of course, is this feisty one who hates everyone. And I'm going to have them more than 6 feet apart. And Casey is going to say, Bud, social distancing is only 6 feet. And Bud is going to say, the further away from you, the better. Just give you an idea of the characters, too. So I'm going to have them outside. This is going to be a little path. This will be the very opposite end of the path from where we are standing, if this was a camera, and then bushes here and whatnot. So I can use that to kind of gather where my characters are going to be situated. I'm going to put, can you see? Oh, this is such a weird way to record, but it's what I'm working with. So we're going to put Casey here. I'm going to have her looking to her right. Our right, which would be straight ahead for her. And we'll have her look serious. Perhaps she's a little hurt that Bud has distanced perhaps a little dramatically. There we go. Important thing to remember when drawing, especially if you're just starting out. Everything is shapes. Every little thing is mostly it's either circles or ovals or half circles or ovals or rectangles. So there we go. So I have my first character in. Half a circle, or an oval or an oval without its top. Circle, circle, maybe a quarter of a circle, half a circle, rectangle, circle, circle. It's all circles. And so that's important to remember, and that goes for anything. You could be drawing a car, a house, anything. It all has to do with those mystical, magical, wonderful shapes that everybody loves. So now, because these characters are both animals, one is a dog and one is a cat, and they're about the same height, I am going to measure as best as I can straight across from I can't talk. From Casey's nose. I had an apple that gets a lot of saliva going. So I'm going to measure it out here. So that's around the base of Casey's nose. Oops, didn't do that quite right. That's about the base of Casey's nose. And what that means is that this is where the base of Bud's nose should be. If Casey is here, I want him over here as far as I can get him. We'll put him here. So I start with the nose, and then put in the eyes. And the great thing about where I'm inking digitally now is if I screw up on penciling, I don't quite have to worry about erasing, because this isn't my final drawing anyway, but I can just fix it in Photoshop, no problem. So, put the ears in. I always draw 2 bumps for Bud's ears, just a little character design I chose and stuck with. Circle, circle, perhaps a little too big. There we go. Long whiskers for Bud. Eyebrows, even though they're animals. How's that line up? Okay, so here's what I mean. So Bud's a little too high up here. So what I'm going to do is make a little note. So this is about where I want him to start. And we will say resize. And that's a little note that I use later when I'm inking. That lets me know, okay, let's shrink his head down a little, and so he can better line up with Casey. And traditionally, when I started inking, oh goodness, probably about 2 years ago, I think I started inking in Photoshop. So, before then, what I would have done is I had to erase and redraw, erase and redraw. I do have a little light up board I draw on sometimes I could use and just trace all over again, but that's a little difficult. And when you're a cartoonist, it's bad enough being weekly, especially if you were daily. Time is crucial. So before I figure out where I'm going to put my background, I mean, I know my ground's going to be here. I'm actually going to put the ground down from my line a little bit. That was just kind of a baseline to start the drawing. So here is the dirt of the path. We'll put some dots in for little pebbles and rocks. And then it kind of gives me a space to sign maybe here. Not really supposed to sign until after you're done the drawing, but oh well. This is January, February, March, April, May, so this is how you always date a comic strip. Month is May. This is the third I'm drawing. This is going to come out Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5, 5. Look at that. 2020. There we are. not like I said, not supposed to sign before a drawing is done, but we are going to go with it. Okay, so now what I do is put the words in so that I know where to put in my background. So I say draw first. Basically, what I mean is the characters, and then Bud, social distancing is only 6 feet. Says KC. That's a little too big of an arrow, but that can be fixed in inking. There we go. And then Bud says the further away from you, the better. Says Bud. That's why I say draw your word balloon in after the lettering, because you could run out of room. That's a horrible word balloon, but I'm not too concerned about it. So, that's our joke. Now I can put in my bushes. Maybe a new one starts here. Shake things up a little. And some berries. I always like to draw things in my bushes. Gives them a little extra character. And then here we got a tree. And trees are just squiggly lines. It's very simple to draw. It's really simple as long as you don't overthink it. A lot of people overthink things. Maybe we have another one peeking up here. One kind of comes in on this side. Maybe we have some squiggly trees coming up like that. And then some water here. And some hills here. Bird. Maybe a cloud coming in here. Another one here. Another one there. Just like that, we have a finished drawing that quick. Because it's just the penciling stage, so it doesn't have to be anything too incredible. Maybe some grass here on the other side of this river. And it's important, like I said, to overthink, because if you overthink, then you're not having fun, and the whole point of drawing, and to have this as one of my careers, is to have fun while doing it. And I've been teaching my partner how to draw, and one of the things I keep saying is, when you're drawing, like how I do when I write, visualize, because when you're writing your name, you can sort of see your name on the paper. You know where it's going to go. I know I'm going to write T-A-N-N-E-R, just like that. Same thing for drawing, and even painting or anything, really. Just visualize as if you were writing your name, where your character is, and it's all about timing and using space. So not putting things too far apart, or starting them too early, or stopping your line too early. Things like that. And just like that, a finished drawing. I think I finished that within the 10-minute mark. The video is going to be longer than 10 minutes. But it's that simple. And then this is going to be scanned into the computer. Maybe some jet streams. See, add things. Artists, I don't think, are ever satisfied with their work. Maybe a little gully in the mountain here. Another one there. There. Okay, I'm going to stop or I'm going to overdo it. That's another thing. You don't want to crowd your drawings. Too many lines, people aren't going to know what the heck is going on. But anyway, it's that simple. This will be scanned in, inked, type lettered, and colored in the computer. Used to only color in computer, but now it's more digital. And then sent off to newspapers to be read. I believe there are readers. I'm not in too many papers, but I think the stretch is various places across the world. Only in English, unfortunately, but hey, things could always change. So thank you for watching. I smell my food burning. It is probably charbroiled now. Didn't expect to have a barbecue, but well, that's what I'm stuck with now. And always remember, don't sign your drawing until it's done. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go and I don't know, drown myself in some coffee. Bye!